While working on a project as part of a class, Abby Tesfaye, a graduate student at the University of Maryland College Park, found a gem in downtown Frederick. As part of a course on vernacular architecture, Tesfaye took on a project to create a walking tour of downtown Frederick that would focus on the various types of architecture found in downtown buildings.
And it's funny because when I was trying to pick the buildings that I did for this project, it was like pretty unanimous what people wanted to talk about.
The buildings, of which there are 20, range in style, from the federal style of the Potts House on North Court Street to the Italianate style of City Hall. And then there's the Gothic Revival style, present in both Evangelical Lutheran and All Saints Episcopal churches.
I should say that some of the stuff in the tour guide is historical stuff, some of the stuff is architectural, and other stuff is just social, so you can kind of get an understanding of the building in its context. And this church has been here for, I think this was built in 1900, so it's just fantastically old and beautiful.
The agreement between the University of Maryland and the city took shape through the Partnership for Action, Learning, and Sustainability, or POTS. As part of the program, the city pays $5,000 for each course to fund projects.
It's too small for one, a class to do over a whole semester, but it's kind of too big for one student to take on without preparing ahead of time. So I said yes, not really knowing what that meant, and then started. Frederick's has got one of the largest, most intact historic districts. A lot of times you go to a place and you know that there's like a historic street or there's a historic district, but it doesn't really touch all of the places in Frederick. And love it or hate it, Frederick's got a beautiful, comprehensive, consistent couple of blocks, and every building is lovely. A lot of preservation, I think, is really difficult because these buildings can't all be museums. They really can't. You want the city to survive. You want people to have businesses. You want people to have a reason that they can go inside and appreciate the architecture that isn't just that they have to pay to go in.
Now complete, the guide is available on the city's website and offers a brief overview of each building's history and architectural influences.
There's always something new to discover in the city. I am not from here and have gotten to know the city specifically through working with the University of Maryland and PALS. And every time that somebody took me on a tour, it was like a different way, around the town. Does Frederick just have all this architecture and nobody realizes? I feel like everything is stunning, which is a little bit weird.